Hello drivers, last week I and our lovely community member Crymsun had a short training session. She was struggling with Sienna and she came to me for help, and I am happy that I could help her with this track. And for the future I will gladly take more training sessions, and without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this session.
I mean, the struggle that I have with Sienna is, unlike other tracks, you don't get that flow and that momentum, you know, that you have on some of the faster tracks, because it's just turn after turn after turn. And I find that if you mess up one turn, it just slows down the rest of your lap. You know, it ruins the line leading into the next turn, and I'm losing so much time. Plus, I really actually don't like this first turn. I rarely get it. Like, you know, I go wide and then, you know, am I cutting in or... So there's also places where, like, I will lift just to kind of get out of trouble. And you're probably like, why are you lifting there?
No,
why are you running into that CCD?
That's another question. You just gotta get into the flow, and I guess I understand why it's difficult with this track though. Because as you say, it's turn after turn after turn, you don't really get a break.
There's no break. You never get, like, it's almost like Monaco, you know, you don't reach high gear.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm just on the throttle too early, but I feel like I'm spinning my tires all the time on this track.
Yeah, but that's normal. That's like just a thing for this track.
Oh, missed that.
So when you brake and let go of throttle, do you use vantage points on the side of the track or not? Do you do it on feeling?
No. Feeling, yeah. The reason for that is I only have so much mental bandwidth for this game when I'm playing. So, like, to me, just watching my fuel and knowing when to pit and the laps is like as much attention as I can take away from the actual race. And usually in a race, I am amongst others, and so all my attention is needed on collision avoidance, planning an overtake, you know, what have you. So people have tried to give me vantage points, like, oh, just turn at the lady with the hat. It doesn't work.
Yeah, for certain people
I'm not looking at the crowd.
Yeah, and then you're like, where's the lady with the hat?
Yes, yeah. You're like,
which
oh,
lady with
there
which
she
hats?
was.
There are 3. Yeah, on some tracks it might help, but like on this track it's very difficult to get some vantage points, because 2 reasons. There aren't a lot of things you can go from, as well as the tires in every car play a significant role, and it really changes the way you approach corners on this track. So,
I'm not afraid to, like, try new things. Often if I am wrecked early in the race, I, rather than like go into my mind trying to catch up to everybody, I will just use that opportunity to try new things.
Yeah, I see.
Follow you for a while.
Okay, so I went to pits right now, and I will show you, I think, maybe 3 corners to work on the next stint. So I think your turn 1 is okay. I think it just comes down to consistency, and you know how to drive it. Yeah, timing. Yeah. Your second corner is decent, but can be, I think, improved a lot, because you tend to go quite wide and not really brake. And what I noticed during my free practice session, I guess, is when you brake quite hard, you can really hug the inside here of the corner.
So do you come out a little farther and then brake and turn in sharply, or?
I don't remember what they did with the time trails, but what I did is, I think I was around the same position as you, I think, but I braked a little so my car is like straightened out earlier. So my car would be straight here, while yours would be straight over here.
Right, so looking to go this way.
Yeah. Yeah, looking to go this way, extend your exit through here, and then...
And you're willing to go up to the top like that, and then down?
Yeah. Not all the way, but like... Don't try to hit the dirt here. And then around here, don't come all the way to the left, because that just loses you time. You should hard brake, and just apply the same strategy as the hairpin before. Really hug it in, and straighten it where you're right now, like here. I think you should try to straighten out your exit already.
So are you putting 2 tires on the dirt to whip around?
I don't recall. I think I tried to.
Okay.
Yeah, it could possibly. I think I do, yeah. And then this turn, try to like, you have to get it real close, because on this turn, you want your wheels in the dirt.
Oh, in the dirt. Okay.
Yeah. You hook up. You kind of hook up with the thing, and then you can go a little bit closer to the inside. Whilst if you go and have a wider approach here on the light little left section, you go wider here as well, and you tend to go very wide here because of like wheel spin.
Okay, so you're looking to hug the whole way around.
Yeah.
And then have a natural momentum down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's try that first. So there are 3 corners I think are very important for a good lap time. So you can go. Or do you want me to like try it 1 or 2 laps?
Well, I'll follow you.
Okay.
As best I can.
So your first turn is okay. You go wide and then you turn in really early. That was too early. And then what I do here is brake. And brake hard again. It was too early, but you get it.
Yeah.
And then come close and hook.
Went too wide there. Okay. Got it. Now I see what you mean. It's hard to do it slowly and then do it quickly.
Yeah. So just try to get into that rhythm, and I'll correct you on the way. If you want, you can...
I'm now addicted to that feeling. That is great.
If you want, if you got a feeling that you're going too fast into that corner on the top side, you can lift off like for a fraction of a second. Gives you a little bit more pace. That was the fastest lap.
Yeah, that was 2 tenths already off. Too wide there.
And really try to swap very fast between throttle and braking. Like immediately switch. Like if you brake and let go of a brake, immediately switch back to throttle. Don't lose time on that.
Okay, so... Oh. Helps if I back up a little bit. So this one here...
This corner?
Okay. Nope, this one right here. So I'm coming in. Obviously, I've hugged that fence a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm coming in, and so I like. But you're saying I should be straighter on exit.
Yeah.
So should I be coming out
like this?
Oh, okay. So I am turning in too early.
So you are like here.
Yeah.
When you should be here.
Right.
So wait, I'm gonna go try this corner. I hope you can see it well from your perspective. So if I come in, I hug the inside as usual, and then
yeah, okay,
like that.
You are drifting slightly wider before the apex.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm coming in too tight. Okay.
You're like driving it as a real car. It's not bad, but it's not like it is in Circuit Superstars.
It's fast, but it's not Circuit Superstars fast.
Yes. Imagine Circuit Superstars drivers going to a track and like trying to do that in real life.
For anybody watching, nobody wants to see this car behind them in a race. Oh, it's a little bit tight.
think you're improving already though.
Oh, that was wide.
But that's normal that you're trying to take it slower because you need to get used to new movements.
Well, it's retraining the muscles, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, I've been doing for 700 some odd hours the wrong way.
Yeah, I know the struggles. I played Rocket League before this, and that was all muscle memory, so...
A lot of people seem to like... Okay, that's getting better. Seem to also play Rocket League, that I noticed, but also play Circuit Superstars.
I just like car games.
Are you lifting at that final turn? Or are you just whipping around?
I'll tell you next lap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so engraved in my brain on how I do things that I don't recall it all the time, what I specifically do.
Follow you. See where you lift and where you don't.
That was just a lift. And then, yeah, I just lift.
Okay.
You were a little bit late on that one.
A little bit. A lot. This is gonna be like, okay, you know, for anybody watching, yeah, I know, I'm not quite getting it yet, but it'll happen, don't worry. Eventually. It's like brushing your teeth one way for, you know, your whole life and then being told to brush them differently. It's gonna take you a while to get used to that. Gotta retrain the muscles.
On a bit? Okay.
I need tires. Yeah, I need tires.
Okay, so now I will try to correct you a bit more on the go. Because I think your old muscles are still kicking in sometimes.
Oh yes, they are. That's why I said old habits, old habits, old habits.
I will do a couple of laps first then, I guess. Okay, so here hard brake, remember. And here as well, hard brake. Into the left, turn to the right. And try to go wide here and then cut in again. Oh, don't hit the barrier, of course. And this is okay, and then turn right and lift. And I think about, oh sorry, when you're about halfway into the last corner you can go on throttle again. Okay, so now you got a goal to aim towards, right?
Oh, I get almost 3/10. Okay, awesome. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go, let's go. So lift, yeah, that's good. Go wide, cut in. That was good. Good again. Was good again. Nice, stay wide, yeah. Still this corner is quite tricky for you, right?
It is, it is. I don't understand, but I think because the other corner or the other turns, it was more one adjustment, and that particular turn I have to make about 3 adjustments to how I used to do it.
Oh yeah.
It just requires a lot of brain
processing.
Yes.
Don't crash now. So I know you're not like really a fan of making use of external factors to do a turn-in point.
It's not. I wish I was. I just.
But I want you to try it for this corner.
Okay.
At the flag you see here at the bottom, it's the final pole. Yeah. You can see it over clearly. Turn in here.
So you are almost like looking to almost touch that last fence post.
Yeah.
Like you're here and turning.
Yeah, so like here you turn in. You want to really actually slide into the corner, basically. So as I said, you want to be as straight as possible at the this hairpin. You're trying it. Let me confirm if it's actually at that place. Because now I'm hesitant if it's there. Yeah, it's there. Definitely there.
So the last fence post there?
This flag.
Oh, that flag.
Yeah, the flag. That's your turning point. I want you to try it. If it doesn't work, then you should try to get the feeling that that is your turning point.
Alright, let me just line up this whole thing here. Because it is a bit of a flow. I mean, kind of flattened the post there, but... Alright, let's
try it for a couple of laps.
if I can remember. Okay, the flag.
It's just the
flag.
last flag, you see.
Almost.
You need to stay a
now I'm like
bit,
watching for it.
You need to like stay a little bit wider. You enter. So you really need to be like on the top side of the circuit.
So like closer to the fence?
Yeah.
That you mean? Oh, okay. Got it. Of course. Oh, I totally ignored the flag. That's why. I was too focused on going wide enough or high enough up there.
Well, if it doesn't work for you, we need to find another way of, or for your brain to cue that turning and letting go point.
Almost.
It's getting closer though.
Yes. Well, it feels a lot better already. Just don't hit the fence, people. Don't hit the fence. That ruins your line. Finally! I remembered to do everything. It wasn't perfect, but I remembered. Oh, shoot. We were putting.
Let's spit. Box.
Box?
Bono, my tires are gone.
Yes. Bono, my tires gone.
So for the final 5 laps, I want you to really focus hard to see what your lap time you can get. Okay?
Okay.
So do it like it's time trial. Don't pay attention to me, okay? I will pay enough distance.
I didn't screw up the first turn, which I had no problem with from the beginning.
It's because you're focusing on the other turns. That's normal.
Nope. I'm not sure the flag's gonna work. I might have to use the fence post.
If it's not gonna
Or
work,
at
then
least
you can just
maybe the second last fence post if it's gonna be the same as...
yeah, just
I think because the flag is on the other side of the track from where I am.
yeah, it could be the issue. If it doesn't work, to look for cues on the track, just try to race it against your ghosts. And try to keep it really on the outside when you enter the turn.
Now I'm in just race mode.
What's your fastest lap?
Was the 32 dead. That's
Did you
it.
do that? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought like the third last lap you did was faster, but apparently it
I
wasn't.
think so too. It felt faster. But I think it was turn 1.
Yeah, turn
Maybe.
1 is really a deal breaker. You can lose like 1 or 2 tenths there. If you go too wide.
I still won. Look at that.
You should hang this up.
Screenshot.
Frame it.
Oh my goodness, this was amazing. Thank you so much. I've learned it's a privilege to do these sessions with you, and I think anyone would want to and would benefit from it. I enjoyed Riley's so much and got there was literally 3 turns at Copperwood that I was just doing wrong, and I'm practicing getting those right. And the biggest one was the hairpin. I was taking all wrong. I was trying to hook the curbs and swing the car around that way, and I was just it leads to disaster.
Yeah, it's very risky. That's why I say at Copperwood you should try to avoid the curbs as much as you can, because it will really mess you up, and not only you, because if you're racing with other guys, it messes them up as well. If you like hit them and go wide because of that, and there's someone beside you, you crash into them, and it's a whole mess then.
And then there's like little tips and tricks along the way, you know, the Tilk Sport, when the first turn's that chicane, you know, some people lift and some people brake tap. And for the longest time, I was just lifting really early. But of course, you get slammed into, and not everybody, it's really tricky timing-wise, I think, to know just when to lift. And so now I followed Nomo Sizzle's Ghost the one time, and I asked him, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, how are you whipping that car around to straighten it out? And he's like, well, I brake tap. So, you know, sometimes it's about finding what works best for you. Yeah. In terms of braking or lifting or whatever feels more natural is probably faster. But finding like the right lines, that's just not really debatable.
Yeah, like there's a small thing that I used to do as well, and I noticed from like Minardi, and I think from Hotshot as well, is that where you they wouldn't let go of throttle until they were like halfway into the corner. And I was like, why are they doing that? Like, I'm lifting before the corner as always, as you would normally brake before the corner and then go on throttle again to gain more speed towards the exit, right? And I was like, why are they doing that? But apparently it's faster when you like turn in and then let go, instead of let go and then turn in, like it would come naturally. It's just the faster way to go around. Because your brain would assume that if the car is slower, it'll turn quicker. Yeah. You know, so you lift and then turn. It's just logic. Yeah, but this game isn't logical sometimes. No, no.